I brought up 3 boys, and over the years I've had some fairly backhanded compliments aimed at my seeming nonchalance as I let them get on with things, cycle off on their own, use knives, pitch their own tent, cook, and variously work out the risk levels of an activity for themselves. Now, I'd love to say I did that consciously, but in reality I was just doing the best I could at the time. But I did read an article advocating okay parenting, good enough, as better than perfect parenting, thank goodness. Because whilst obviously wanting to keep our kids safe, we need to allow them enough leeway to make mistakes and learn from them, to discover stuff from themselves, and to realise that difficulties can be overcome. After all, we all learned to crawl and then to stand up and walk. And if babies gave up after a few falls, or parents picked them up and carried them forever, we would never have survived as a species. A friend of mine calls it taking them to the cliff edges whilst holding their hands, and I reckon that sums it up quite nicely. But tragically, our society allows for less and less of this freedom to explore and discover the boundaries of safety. We're doing our children a massive disservice, I think, by mollycoddling them to the extent that when they come to leave home in their late teens, they're ill-equipped to deal with the various environments in which they find themselves. It's no surprise to me that increasing numbers return to the safety of their parental home and they give up on university courses or jobs, or fall foul of addictions, suffer alarming rates of stress, anxiety and depression. And then, of course, we lead them to believe that medication is the answer to their troubles rather than adventure and endeavour. I think we're failing to teach them that ups and downs and challenges and difficulties are all part of the journey. So, of course, when they come across an obstacle, they aren't equipped to deal with it. But actually, they are. We all are. We just seem to have forgotten that we're a tough, strong, or intelligent animal. After all, for each and every one of us, there are direct ancestors who were resilient enough to survive and breed, so we must have the same resilience within us. And conditioning our children to be so risk-averse is rendering them less resilient, which will consequently lead to us becoming a less successful species. So I think we've really got to be aware of that particular heffalump trap.